Moving your existing applications to the Progress Applications server for OpenEdge is easy. It just takes a little planning and organization. In this video, we'll introduce you to your new application server, review a sample application to move, and then move that application. Let's start by learning a little more about your new server. Pass for OpenEdge is a unified web server which no longer requires special adapters for each client type. All client types send requests to your ABL server code using one of 4 transports shown here. The session manager then distributes those client requests to the underlying multi-session agents to ensure efficient use of the server resources. Built on Apache Tomcat web server technology and enhanced by OpenEdge development to manage the specific needs of your OpenEdge clients, you get the best of both worlds. Apache updates ensure compliance with industry standards like Spring Security, while OpenEdge development ensures we can handle all client types in a single server with no additional products using easy-to-configure properties files. We will use a very simple sample. An ABL client will connect to the new server. The server instance will already be connected to a database at startup, and the server code will return a customer record to the client. So now that we know what we are going to move, we will need to complete the following steps and subtasks. OpenEdge offers development and production licenses for Pass for OpenEdge. For staging a production configuration, you'll want to install the production license, which implements stronger security and limits external management of your server instances. This screen capture shows the products installed for use in this video. The passman create command creates an instance. This instance acts as the staging area for deploying your existing applications before you move to a live environment. In Unix, after running proenv to set up our environment variables, we begin in our work directory. Using the passman command with a create action, we create an instance. The -v is the verbose option to provide feedback as the instance is created. -p is the TCP port that listens for HTTP messages. -P is the TCP port that listens for HTTPS messages. -M is the username and password combination to replace the default Tomcat used by Apache. You will want to pick something unique for your system. -Z prod is used to create a production instance. This locks down the server with production server security settings. The final option is the instance_path name, and it's an absolute path to the directory where the instance gets created. If no path is specified, like here, it is created in the current directory. This example uses my prod instance. As the command executes, the verbose option provides insight into the create process. Create is copying files, tailoring files, and using the production security model, which disables server status pages and the 4 transports shown earlier. Later, we'll enable the APSV transport to allow ABL client access for the sample. Notice that a new directory was created for the instance. Before going to the next step, it is a good habit to test this instance with a passman test to check for things like port conflicts. From the output, you can see there are no conflicts. Now we are ready to convert an existing ubroker.properties to the new OpenEdge.properties format used by the new server. This is a 3-step process. The first step is to convert the existing properties to a temporary merge file using this script. The passprop convert utility uses the following options: the path to an existing Classic AppServer ubrokers.properties, the fully qualified name of the broker whose properties you are converting, and finally the name of the new instance. This generates a merge file of converted values for you to review and customize before merging them into your OpenEdge.properties file. Using more to skim through this file, you can see the kind of information that it provides. There's a lot of comments about different changes that are going to be made for this new server. You'll want to review this file in its entirety, but for this video, we're going to look just at the settings of interest. Confirm or update your ProPath entries, adding any additional or shared code locations. In this file, the application code is in an AppServer subdirectory. If you used event procedures like these, confirm or update your ProPath entries, adding any additional or shared code locations. If your existing application used parameter files to connect to a database or initialize other values, confirm that those files are available to the new server. One last property of note is this one that enables access to using the APSV transport for your ABL client connections. Apply your changes using Pazman OE-prop to merge the converted properties into the OpenEdge.properties file for your new server. Additionally, you want to copy the ubroker_name_setenv.sh or .bat file to the instance path bin. This script is run when the instance is started to set environment variables. Earlier, we used the ProPath to locate the server code. In your environment, we recommend you consider the following locations for your code. For application code, move compiled code to the instance path, web apps, root, webinf, OpenEdge directory. For common code used by multiple applications, move compiled code to the instance path, OpenEdge directory. Moving existing code to these recommended locations promotes security, scalability, extensibility, and easier deployment. Next, we'll test the server access to the database server. We'll start the database server if it isn't already running, and we'll check the .pf file used by our instance to make sure that we will connect the instance at startup. In this step, restart the server to confirm that the startup procedures were available and the pf file connections are working. Enter the following command to start the server. If the server were currently running, it would stop and restart the server. Since this is the first time we've started this server, the startup takes a little longer. When it completes, make sure there are no errors. If you encountered errors, here are a few troubleshooting tips. These are very standard. Check the log files and recheck the changes for typos. Now we are ready to connect our ABL client. A classic AppServer connection looks like this. Obviously, machine name would be replaced with your server name. For a Pass for OpenEdge client, the connection option looks like this. Notice this format looks more like a URL because you are connecting to a web server using the new APSV transport. When we run the code, the client connects to the server and the server returns the requested customer. If you are done testing your server and it is no longer needed, it is good practice to stop the instance using this command. This completes our look at moving your classic AppServer applications to the Progress Application Server for OpenEdge. To learn more about the topic, see the links provided in the video description.